You know that moment on a plane when a baby starts crying and everyone does the synchronized eye roll? There's a growing chorus online that says, I didn't choose to have kids, so I shouldn't have to deal with yours. And honestly, I get it. I get the appeal. To a certain extent, I was that person. I never ever voiced my annoyance on social media nor in public, or other parents, for God's sakes, like many people seem to do these days. So let's talk about why so many people, men and women, are choosing the child-free life. Imagine it. Everything is quiet. Every restaurant is candlelit and calm. No strollers wedged into narrow aisles, no Cheerios underfoot. You sleep in on the weekends, book spontaneous trips, and your money goes to you. Pilates memberships, boutique hotels, last-minute getaways. Sounds so nice, right? I mean, there's no adult-only hotels because everything is adult-only. Brunch is peaceful, museums are hushed, beaches are tranquil. Your group chats are about concerts and wine tastings. Not freaking soccer practice or daycare wait lists or the newborn trenches. No. No. That's for the silly parents who choose that life, okay? And honestly, why anyone would choose that is beyond me. Ignore my background. Anyways, you picture early retirement, passive income, long lunches, and long naps. Maybe you split your time between Lisbon and, Tokyo. Your calendar is yours. No school calendars, no bedtimes, no tantrums in the dairy aisle. You didn't choose that stuff. But actually, maybe everyone is getting smart and choosing against that too. Like, why not? The benefits are obvious. Let's run through this experiment. What happens if everyone chooses that? If everyone in your generation stops having children? Not for a week, not for a year, but permanently. What does the perfect peace look like 30, 40, 60 years from now? Short answer, the peace doesn't last, but the silence does. At first, nothing dramatic. Life feels easier. Daycare closes, okay, well, I'm sure those workers will find some other occupation, right? Preschools shutter, same thing. Kindergarten enrollments fall off a cliff. Toy stores, baby brands, TV for kids, gone. Or a shadow of themselves. It's all replaced with adult-only everything. Universities don't quite feel it yet. The workforce looks normal. For now, people post victory laps. See, no kids, no problem. I haven't been in a plane with a baby crying for years. Like, amazing, right? High schools are ghost towns. Teacher colleges retrain or evaporate. Apprenticeships shrink. Hospitals quietly cut pediatric wings. I mean, there's no new babies. As hiring managers start saying the quiet part out loud, there just aren't enough entry-level applicants, if any. Your favorite cafe is open fewer days. That boutique hotel you liked is short-staffed. Flights are delayed, not because of the weather, but because there aren't enough mechanics, ground crew, or pilots in training. This is where it bites. The workforce shrinks hard. Fewer engineers to inspect bridges, fewer electricians for the grid, fewer water plant operators, fewer truckers, EMTs, lab techs. Wait times stretch from annoying to dangerous. Pensions, Social Security, retirement as a concept, they wobble. With fewer workers paying in, benefits get cut. Taxes climb, retirement ages ratchet up, work till 72 becomes work till you can't. Healthcare flips from preventative to triage. There aren't enough nurses or caregivers to staff elder care. Families, those who still have them, burn out. Remember the flight with no crying babies? Well, try a grounded fleet with no replacement pilot. Infrastructure is a jealous god. It needs constant devotion. With each retirement, tacit knowledge disappears. Fewer people who know the odd creaks of an old turbine, the exact calibration of a water plant, the quirks of legacy code that run hospital software. You start seeing rolling blackouts, boil water advisories, out of service plastered on elevators, emergency response times double. Rural areas hollow out, cities stretch, which neighborhoods stay lit. Innovation stalls. It's not a sci-fi apocalypse. It's a slow, bureaucratic decay. The last decades. You're old now, your friends are gone, the clinic is understaffed, the home health aide never shows. The city is quieter every year. Not peaceful, just empty. Museums are open less. There's no new music scene, no new restaurants because there are no new people. The last trained specialists keep the systems barely alive. When they go, so do the systems. Knowledge retires and dies with them. And listen, as an aside, I get it. I completely understand why some people choose not to have children. There have always been people like that in every single society, and that's totally fine. What I'm not justifying here are situations where parents let their kids run wild. Like when the child is kicking the seat in front of them on a plane and the parent does nothing. That drives me crazy too. And I've definitely been there. Although, last time someone kicked my seat, and really kicked my seat, I was 7 months pregnant, and it was a grown woman. But that's not what I'm talking about. I'm talking about the people who can't even tolerate the sound of a crying baby. There's a difference. Choosing not to have children is valid, but as a society, we should 100% be giving parents support, not shame, unless they're actually neglecting their role as parents. Otherwise, children are a part of life, and an important one at that, and pretending they shouldn't exist in public spaces isn't realistic. And I can already hear the comments. We'll just import the worker. That's not a plan. That's outsourcing survival. Infertility is falling almost everywhere. Every rich society is competing for the same shrinking pool of young people. And the ethics of saying, I don't want the inconvenience of kids, but we'll take yours when they're ready, is kind of not great. Not to mention, it takes a village to raise a child, which means the child is being raised by the values that they're absorbing through the culture. If you continually import your youth, you are just, by logic, creating a different type of society, a very different one. In fact, one that is more similar to where they are coming from than to the society where you are. Choosing not to have kids is a personal choice, no shame, but living in a society means accepting trade-offs. Trade-offs we don't individually choose, like traffic, taxes, dogs that bark, and yes, babies in public. Parents aren't dragging the world down, they're carrying it forward, literally. The crying baby on your flight in 30 years, she's a nurse changing your IV, or the engineer keeping your water clean, or the tech who rebooted the grid after the storm. You didn't choose to have kids, I get it. That's fine. But someone has to. Someone has to, or the lights go out. So the next time you hear a toddler meltdown on the grocery aisle, maybe take a breath. That sound isn't chaos, it's continuity, and you are that person once. And another side note, I'm not talking to you antinatalist activists. Those people know where society's going if people stop having children. They know humanity would collapse, and they want it to. I'm mostly talking about the people who see kids as an inconvenience in the moment. I have literally read comments of people saying that parents who take their kids on flights are selfish. Kids should not be taken to public spaces because they disturb everyone else. Those people are only thinking about their immediate comfort. That's who I'm talking about. Have you guys encountered this type of attitude? Let me know in the comments below. And again, see you next time. Cheers.